y'all, we are here at Kroger's and we're going to get the ingredients for the banh mi sandwich, so let's go. All right, y'all, so the ingredients for this recipe, as we know, we are making a banh mi sandwich. You need some carrots. Now, I did not see any whole carrots, and I found some shredded carrots, so this will actually speed up the process when it comes to making our pickled vegetables. This recipe doesn't say you need cucumbers, but I love me a good cucumber in my banh mi sandwich. It gives it that nice, refreshing taste, so I'm gonna go ahead and get 1 English cucumber. So we are gonna get a nice shallot, something that's big enough for us to use. I would say you can get 2 shallots, but we're not making a bunch of sandwiches, so 1 shallot should be enough for your proportion. Okay, so we are gonna do the parnish. Now, we did want the daikon radish, but honestly, I have not seen one in this Kroger specifically. You might have to go to an international store to maybe find those type of vegetables, but today we're gonna do the daikon radish. The parnish radish, which is very similar to the daikon radish, but we're gonna do the parnish radish. Drop that in there. All right, you all, so normally when you do a banh mi sandwich, you wanna use a French roll. Now, these are freshly baked rolls, but they are a little bit too hard. So come over here. We have the fresh baked rolls, and these are actually 2 for $1, which is great because these we can toast and they're still soft, so I think they're gonna be really, really good when we actually put the sandwich together. The last one I made was a little bit too hard, and that's not what you want your bread to feel like, okay? So nice and squishy bread. And we'll toast that for a nice crunch. Okay, now for your meat, you wanna do your chicken. Now, I would say you can do any type of chicken, but specifically for the banh mi sandwich, you wanna do the chicken thighs. These are chicken thigh fillets, so it's about 6 of them in a pack, and I'll get these. Price range looks pretty good. It's a little heavy. This one. I think these are good. Yeah. So we're gonna go with the chicken thigh fillets. $7.14, not bad. Again, these are small sandwiches, so you may have some leftover chicken. I like to put that in a salad or something of that sort, but all right, follow me. Okay, so we are getting close to the end of our ingredients list, but I did want to go through some of the other ingredients that you may need to get before you actually leave the store. So we have our carrots, we have our daikon radish. Now we're using the parnish instead of the daikon radish. Your sugar, your salt, your rice wine vinegar. You're gonna find that in your vinegar aisle at your local grocery store. Sesame oil, you can find that in the international aisle. You have your vegetable oil, fish sauce, again, international aisle. Oyster sauce, you have some red pepper flakes in there, again, sugar, your shallots, garlic, fresh lemongrass. Now, I have not found lemongrass anywhere yet, but for the most part, we probably will just use the lemon zest, so lemon juice or anything of that sort. We also have the boneless pound of, we also have the ½ pound of boneless chicken, your mayonnaise, sriracha, which is optional, your lime juice, again, that's a little bit optional too if you're gonna use the lemon. And then you have your baguettes, which we have as well, jalapeno, and a cup of cilantro. We have some cilantro at home, and we'll probably grab a jalapeno before we go. All right, you all, so we are back from the store, and again, we went to our local Kroger, so a lot of these items you can find in your grocery store. Essentials for the sandwich. Of course, I got you seasonings, so you want your salt and your pepper, Himalayan salt. We have onion powder, garlic lovers, and of course our green seasoning. Now these are not mandatory, but honestly, for this recipe, you're gonna need it. Let's start off with my bowl, my carrots, my cucumber. Okay, so I have a strainer. I'm gonna take a few of these carrots. And again, I like that they're pre-shredded for me because I was struggling the one time I did make this, and I just could not understand why I was struggling so much. But yeah, with this recipe, it's just like, I really enjoy this type of food. Like, I really, really enjoy like Vietnamese, let's just say international food. So when you bite into the sandwich, you're gonna have so much flavor. So just make sure you're rinsing off the things you're buying in the store. Like, I know it always says pre-wash, but you never know, a little bug may have came in there. So I cut up my parnish, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put that into my little bucket. So we are gonna do 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, I don't have any measuring things. We'll get some on the next video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eyeball how much I want. So now I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead with my I Got You seasoning first. This has the salt and pepper, and I'm gonna just measure that out. But like a 1/2, and this is what we got right now. So we got all the seasonings on top. I'm gonna take my lid, make sure it's closed up really good. And then I'm gonna shake it up and I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the marinade of the chicken. So I am going to use my Plexiware, and these are the seasonings that I'm using. My garlic lovers, chili flakes, some Swarmer seasoning, some I Got You Himalayan salt and pepper, salt, lemon for the zest, premium fish sauce, which I spoke about, but I did not tell you all you will need the oyster flavored sauce. So I'm gonna start off with 4 tablespoons of the vegetable oil. That's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. And fish oil definitely smells like fishes. It smells like fish scales, guys. I don't really like a lot of red pepper, so I am gonna stick to that 1/2 tablespoon and just make sure I'm like getting that everywhere. But you're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and I'm just gonna eyeball it, not too much. So I'm gonna set that aside. And now I'm gonna go ahead and peel my shallot and my garlic. Very thinly. And I'm kind of on the line. All right, you all, so I added my garlic, my onions. I put that on top of my chicken that's going to be marinated. I added a little bit of lemon juice in there. All right, so I have my top, and I'm gonna go ahead, close that up. And you want this to marinate for about an hour. Okay, so the final step into just kind of us creating this sandwich would be your sauce that you're gonna put on top. So right here, I have my mayonnaise, my sriracha, and then I have a chipotle aioli sauce. All right, I'm gonna start with my mayonnaise. Sriracha. And we're just gonna mix this, and we're just gonna mix this up. So now we have the chicken that's been a little marinated. So my pan's heating up. I'm gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil. My chicken. And turn your stove down, you don't want it too hot. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and prepare our baguette. Again, these are freshly baked every day, and they're soft, opposed to like the French baguette. All right, so now we're just gonna add some olive oil in there. Kind of crunch it together, and we're gonna put this in the air fryer for about 6 minutes. Okay, so the chicken is nice and crisp, but I do like to make sure that it has a full cook through, so I like to put it in the air fryer, especially when they big chickens. And I'm gonna leave this in for about 10 minutes because it doesn't need to be cooked all the way. Our banh mi sandwich. Then we're gonna add some cucumber. Gonna add in the chicken. And 1 breast is good enough for 1 whole chicken. Add in the jalapeno. And you want the jalapeno to be like a hidden flavor. Now I have my pickled carrots, and I'm just gonna use the fork, but just go ahead and drizzle some of that on top. Then we're gonna add just some cilantro on top, because that's really gonna bring out the flavor. We have a banh mi sandwich, okay? So that's our sandwich. All right, you all, so I have my banh mi sandwich here. It looks so amazing. I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get a bite into this sandwich. I'm excited, look at that. Okay. It has that crunch that you want in your sandwich. The flavors are really good. I definitely added a little bit of that pickled juice in here. It tastes amazing. I really hope that you all enjoyed this recipe. You can use Chic TV for 10% off. And this is my banh mi sandwich.